Hello and welcome to Mock Productions. You're here with me, Matthew, and we are here with Transforming Tuesday. Now, as you can see in front of me, we have Legion class figures. Now, more specifically, this is just the Wave 1 figures. And that's what we're going to be focusing on in today's video. We're going to focus on the Wave 1 Legions. We're going to transform them, check them out, and yeah, it should be really cool. So in this set, you get 3 Autobots, which is Bumblebee, Strongarm, and Optimus. You also get 1 Decepticon, which is Steeljaw, who is the leader of the pack in the first season, and is pretty cool. He's definitely a different villain. You know, you'd normally think Megatron or Starscream would be, you know, the villain, but no, this guy he's definitely very interesting, and I think, you know, him versus Bumblebee is very awesome. Now, obviously, if you have seen it, obviously if you haven't, then there's going to be spoilers. I'm going to say stuff. It's funny how they actually gave us an Optimus, and Optimus wasn't seen, I don't believe, until about episode 15 to 16, in terms of this actual truck form, I think. He appeared in the first episode, you know, his actual face and everything, and he talked, he spoke, he actually came onto the scene. His body, let's say that specifically, his body was seen in the first episode, but the truck wasn't. So I do find that interesting how they included an Optimus, but then again, I'm guessing people would find it a little bit weird that Transformers don't come they don't come with Optimus. So I don't really know which way to sort of go about this. I don't know whether to just go from left to right, or right to left, or just pick anyone at random. But I'm guessing, you know, we may as well just start off with Strongarm. So Strongarm is in this awesome little police sort of truck. You can see the 2 lights up here. Nice detailing all around. Now, obviously, if you have the what's it called? If you have the app, you can scan this little thing here, and basically give you like a little free gem. Not obviously real life, I'm like holding a gem here, but it'll give you like a little gem. And if you like save up all these gems, you can buy different things. You can actually like unlock the characters and everything like that. It rolls pretty well. Obviously, wood is a little bit difficult to roll cars, but it seems to be rolling nicely. Nice detailing at the front with all the silver grille, very nice and chromy. The white patch going here, the white patch at the back. It has got holes as well, which I find strange because none of these actually come with any weapons or anything like that. I quite like how you can actually open the windows. As much as that is for the transformation, it is pretty cool how you can open both of them and possibly think, oh yeah, they're jumping up into the cab, and off they go in Strongarm. Underneath you can actually see her face there. She's got a battle mask on. Normally she doesn't have the battle mask on, but yeah, pretty cool. So to transform this, pull the wings out, and then you can just sort of detach that slightly. Under here then, the arms are actually clipped in to the side of the back here. You can see there's a little notch just coming out the side there. That sort of just rests on the very end there just to keep it in place. You can see it more there. So you're just sort of unlocking that, pulling it up, and then it'll swing. It should swing freely upwards, like so. So you got that. Then with the legs, just be able to do that, fold them down, and then you can split them like that. Most people would actually, I believe, they literally just leave that like that. So they'll actually keep her arms like that. You might think, yeah, that's correct. It's not. You've got to twist this and rotate the arms all the way around, and this will give her the full effect of being Strongarm. Best way of getting these actually to rotate is lifting them up, rotating, and bringing back down, rather than trying to rotate them on the spot. But yes, there you go. Strongarm there. Put him on a bit of an angle, makes it look better. Swing the arm round, and there you have Strongarm there. So very cool little character there. Let's just have a little zoom in on that. She is very cool. Nice amount of detailing on the face. I think her eyes are painted. I'm pretty sure they are. They look slightly blue. But overall, really, really cool. Really nice addition to this wave. So let's just zoom back out. We'll put it to the back just for now, and then we'll bring in Steeljaw. So Steeljaw is in this really quite fast-looking, vicious car. Now apparently it's supposed to look like a wolf's head, or at least the deluxe version was. I mean, you can sort of see it, you know, maybe with the ears being here, and it's very it's like an abstract-looking car, you know, that they're very angly and vicious sort of details on here. You can see actually on the paint, you can see this weird effect. Now they've done this a few times. I don't know whether this is on purpose or it's just a batch which hasn't been specifically stirred around properly. But I kind of like it. It almost looks like cracked glass in a way, and is really, really effective. There's some red detailing here. Obviously black here for the windscreens. There's little red bits right there just for like brake lights. And at the back is sort of hollowish. You can actually do this, which is actually the tail, and poke that out if you really want to. There's no actual need to do that, but you can. Again, 2 more holes here, but yet no accessories to come with this actual figure, which again I find rather strange. Now it's a very, very simple transformation. Literally unpeg the 2 feet here. They're just this part, and they're basically on. You can see the hinges in here, and also the ball joints there, and that's all it'll move. They won't straighten up. You can see they're slightly bent there, and then you can flick these black pieces out here, and that'll give him his feet. Split these in half, and there is his little feet. And then you can just come in here, pull his hands out from the back, pull them down, and then fold the tail all the way down. And because the windscreen isn't, or at least this part isn't in the way, you can get the tail quite nicely down to make it look how he would in the actual cartoon. And yet he is very, very dinky. He is extremely tiny. That's basically all you can say about him. I mean, if you look at him compared to Strongarm, he's smaller than Strongarm, and he should be the same size as Bumblebee. So I do find that rather odd. But again, I do like him. You know, he is really, really cool. And a nice little addition to your collection. You know, if you want to get all the little legions and have a little army going, hopefully they make a majority of the Decepticon ones, because they are pretty sweet. But yeah, he is, you know, he's pretty cool, pretty menacing. You can see his face there, very wolf-like. He's got yellow eyes, like a silver snout. You can see the windscreen has come to the chest, but not a lot more detail. There's a bit of silver there, but nothing like major. There's his little code there, which you can scan and get a gem and everything like that. You can scan it every single day, so you know it's ideal, and there's no like, you know, registration thing for it, so it's ideal. But yes, there is those 2. Now moving on to Optimus. So you can see he's in this sort of truck mode. Now I thought it was a garbage truck when I first saw this. I thought, oh, he's going to be a garbage truck sort of transformer, but it's just more like a really long sort of cab truck thing, really. It is rather interesting, you know, it's the regular Optimus colours, really. You got your reds, you got your blues, and is pretty funky. You got the silver for the exhaust pipes. They are textured as well, which is pretty cool. You can feel the textures. They've got like dots in them and everything like that. The windscreen is coloured there with a bit of black. No lights on the back, seeing as they are his feet. He does also have weapon holes. This is one thing I don't understand. They have weapon holes, but no actual weapons. Now in the show, they've all got, well, I'd say they all have. Every Autobot basically has their own signature weapon. Grimlock doesn't. He doesn't really need one. He is his own signature weapon. Steeljaw's never had any accessory. They've given him one for his deluxe figure, so it's ideal. So anyway, let's get on with the transformation. So to start off with, you want to pull the arms up like this and unpeg them. You can see the 2 lines there. They go sort of, let's show you this more in detail. there's basically where my nail's gone, that's where they go. So you can see you sort of like bring it down and peg it in like that, and that'll keep it nicely. It does securely lock it in, which is ideal. So you've got his arms here. Just split these here, then you can basically leave them there for now. Fold the front part of the cab all the way up until it stops. Then his head, I like this though, his head folds all the way back and will actually lock in on that arm section there. It will lock it in, so this thing will not be able to pull back until you unlock the Optimus thing, so be extremely careful. It's on a pin, so it's not exactly like going to pop off, it will break. So fold this back. You can sort of fold it once, but I like to just fold it all the way back and then click it once so he gets a sort of flat chest. So you bring these like that, move his arms down, move the arms down, split the legs like that, and there you have the Optimus figure there. Not a bad backpack. I mean, it could have been massively bigger, especially if this was more on an angle, it would be more outwards, but it's not. Nice and flat, an awesome looking Optimus figure. Let's just have a little look at his face. Good camera. Don't know if his eyes are painted there. It might just be, you know, one piece and then that silver faceplate has been painted. This is not... No, that is not the cab from the actual truck mode. That's like a faux windscreen there. You've got the silver pipes here that sort of hinder the ball joint going down more, but quite frankly I kind of like him like that. It's pretty cool. His arms can't move forward like like strong arms can. They're just more like out to the side, and the ball joint allows you to do that. But yeah, really cool. I like the black on his on the feet there. You know, nice, just adding a bit of detail. And the silver definitely helps bring the figure alive more. But yes, there is Optimus again. The symbol is there, which is pretty cool. And then on to the last one, which is Bumblebee here. A really nice car. I really like the car in the actual show. It is very, very interesting. You can see blue lights here, either side. This sort of grill exhausty thing coming out the top there. Some red lights on the back. Windscreens all around painted nicely. These nice like details going all around here. And then obviously you've got his little symbol there. Again, he also has weapon holes, which is rather interesting. I don't know whether they're going to be making like upgrade kits for these dudes. That'd be pretty cool actually if they made Legion upgrade kits. But yes, this guy probably, let's think about this. This is probably the most complex transformation. I'd probably say this guy, Strongarm, Optimus, and Steeljaw. So if you want the super duper easiest, Steeljaw. If you want a bit of a challenge with your Legion, it's not massively challenging, but it can be with one certain area. So firstly, most easiest thing is just flip down the feet. So you can just literally pull at that, get your nail in there if you have any nails. If not, just wait a little bit, split the car, and then you'll be able to actually just do that one by one. You can then pull these arms out of the side. They basically lock in with those tabs into that little gap there. You can pull them all the way down. Both sides do the exact same thing and fall all the way down. Basically then, the top of the car you can basically flip up slightly from the back, fold that all the way, and you can see his head is hidden under here. And what you want to do is bring this part here, so you can see it from this way, so you can fold that like that. The head is here, and you basically want to, it's all one sort of motion, but you know, you just make sure the head has got clearance, push the head through, rotating this chest piece up as well. And then as you are here, there is a little tab there, and there's a tab there and a hole there. Basically put them together like that, give it a bit of a squeeze, and his head will lock into place. His arms are right there for you just to move into place, and his legs are already done. So in terms of the most complex transformation, he probably definitely is up there with the most complex, and he is really cool. Obviously the ball joints allow his hands to go forward and back. No sort of elbow articulation at all. But yes, very, very cool. Have a look at his face. Very much like the actual show where, you know, the Bumblebee there. The eyes are painted blue. And I quite like how the red backlights go onto the shoulder pads. Gives it a bit more detailing up there. If it was like just all yellow, it'd be a bit boring. The black here just to show off that that is the arms, but also as well, these are the the side sort of windscreens. The feet are also coloured there, and it's a bit hollow here, but quite frankly, it doesn't really matter. Silver is extremely glossy. Does it beat Optimus's? No, they're basically the exact same shade, but they do look really cool together. They definitely look a lot different to their Transformers Prime selves, but that's not a bad thing. His backpack is extremely thin. Extremely thin. There's barely anything. He's got a bigger foot pack than any backpack. But the feet are nice and big, and they'll hold him up. He's not exactly top heavy or anything. You know, he'll stay exactly where he is, and you can make some running poses if you really want to, although he won't really stand up. But you can tilt the foot slightly just to get him to stand up, to look as if he's running, possibly. But yes, that is these four. So they are extremely interesting. I really like this set. You know, it was really cool to have these four in particular. The only thing I wish and I hope that will happen is that they include a lot more Decepticons. I really want a lot more Decepticons. Some of them are so cool. I know they're making they're making two. They're making two new or not new. They're old Decepticons, but they're coming out as new. I won't spoil who they are, but I am pretty interested in both of them, so I'll be getting both of them. But yeah, they don't really need to do any Autobots now, because I think I've only got one left to get, and then I've got all the Autobots, unless more come out. Now they didn't make a Jazz, so they could make a Jazz, but who knows? They might not. They might actually do. But yes, if you have enjoyed this, make sure to hit that subscribe button below in order to see more Transforming Tuesdays. I'm not too sure what I might do next week. Might do Wave 2s of the Legions, or I might do a review of one of the Warriors. But yes, we'll save that for next week. Comment down below which one out of these four do you like the most, and which Decepticon would you like to actually see in Legion form. Personally, I'd like to actually see Quillfire. I liked Quillfire a lot. I think they could pull it off pretty easily, you know. They've done some complex Decepticon modes, so, you know, I think Quillfire could definitely be pulled off. That or Springload. I'd like to see a Springload. That would be pretty interesting. And also rate the video so I know you're enjoying Transformers Tuesday. But for now, guys, I will leave it here. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you then. Thank you, and goodbye.